friends, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, hello, my name is Mika. Thank you so much for stopping in. So today let's have a heart-to-heart about not being in a rush for love. Now that I'm a year older, I can't lie and sit back and say, oh well, that doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me that I'm in my mid-30s and I'm still single and I don't have any potentials around me. I can't sit back and say like that doesn't make me a little concerned. That doesn't make me worried. And hearing all of the red pill guys out here saying things like, oh, once you hit 30, you're off the market in a man's eyes, and the things they say about, oh, once you're a certain age and you have kids and you have this going on and that going on, like your value goes down and all this kind of stuff. I'm not gonna lie and say that does not bother me, but I don't allow it to become one with me, if that makes sense. I understand that the best things are worth waiting for. The best things are worth allowing God to have his hands on in your life. Now, is that easy? It is not easy. It is not easy. When you're sitting back and you're waiting on God, and then you're hearing the voices of the world saying, oh, why are you waiting? Like, you're wasting time. You're never going to get this. You're never going to get that. And it seems believable because you're in the flesh. In the flesh, you're thinking, how is this going to work? How am I going to ever find a man who will want me, or a woman who would want me, if certain things are certain ways in my life? I'm a certain age. I look a certain way. My body's a certain type. You are at that point where you're thinking about that because the world, society, social media is so loud. And even if you try to avoid it, it's always there. You can't get away from social media. You can't get away from what people think. You can't get away from, the naysayers and the people who just don't believe, the people who have little faith. And so if you're not strong enough, and if you're human, let's be honest, if you're human, that will start to wear on you, and it does concern you. It does worry you. But what I've been blessed enough to know is that I have associates and people around me who are in their 40s who are just getting married. I'm getting ready to go to a wedding this year for a woman who is 40, and she's happy, and her fiance loves her to death, and they make a wonderful couple. And I have people who are going through divorce in their 30s. So it showed me that it does not matter. It does matter, of course, the way that you carry yourself, your character, that kind of stuff does matter, because some people out here don't want kids, men and women alike. So who cares if you're over a certain age? As long as you look good, you respect the man, as long as you are humble, as long as you are a team worker, a team player, as long as you're able to be submissive. And ladies, don't get afraid of that word. I am not afraid of that word. Y'all need to stop being afraid of that word. Submissive does not mean that you become his doormat, that you do everything that he says. It just means being willing to listen, being willing to let him lead in the areas that he's strong enough to lead. First of all, he's supposed to be strong enough in every area, but we are the helpmates. So I don't believe that, oh, you put everything on the man and he's just supposed to just lead you all the way on the way. I believe that the stronger points, you should be able to submit and say, okay, you're right. I'll let you take lead on this. And then I also feel like he should be able to submit to his wife as well on the things that she's stronger in, as far as raising the kids. We are nurturers. So if he's like, okay, I don't feel that connected. He loves his kids, but he doesn't feel that same connection that a woman does. He should be okay with saying, okay, I'll let you handle this, and I'll help you with what you want me to help you with. You let me know, and then we can work it out that way. And then the same for him. This is what I'm strong in. This is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to lead the home. And you abide by those rules and respect that. And then let him know that whatever you need my help in and whatever you need from me, I'm willing to do that. That's how I look at it. Now, all this other stuff going around, take what you want from it. It's whatever. Your marriage is going to be whatever you want it to be anyway. And that's nobody else's place to tell you how you should be running your home and who should be the lead and who should not. And I mean, if you want to be the lead, if that's what your husband accepts, who am I to say, oh, that's not what it's supposed to be? That's your belief. So whatever it is that you are going through or that you will face in your marriage and stuff down the road, once you get married or once you find someone that is a mate or someone that you feel like you can't see yourself with long term, that's completely up to you. That's y'all business. Nobody else can tell y'all what to do. But what I'm saying to you is, to all my single ladies, all my single men, don't be in a rush. That don't mean stand still. That just means you need to keep walking. I'm not saying running or jogging to get love, to be in a relationship, but you need to walk. And you need to be talking to God all the way along the way. And okay, if you don't believe in God, I know some of you guys don't believe in that's okay. But you need to be listening to that intuition of yours. Don't be in a rush. Because I could have been married too. I could have already been married. And there's so many times that I look back on the situations that I've encountered and that I've been in, and I'm like, thank you, God, that I did not marry this person, or I did not get into a relationship with this person. So stop letting that pressure of what people are saying, oh, you're this age and you're that age and this ain't working right, that ain't work. There's people who are 50 who's having children and they look better than a lot of us in our 20s and 30s. I just seen a YouTube video about a woman who's like 72, 73, 72, I believe. And she looks amazing. Body fit, chiseled, healthy, running around. She's married. She's just recently gotten married. And she's living her best life. She's beautiful. She's healthy. Her skin is glowing. She eats healthy. She takes care of herself. That's what you should be concerned with. Making sure that you're doing that. So then you are coming up. You are showing up with your best self. Putting your best foot forward. That's what you should be concerned about. Not, oh, I'm getting older. So what? We can't, that's something you can't stop. But if God says it's not time for you right now, that he needs you to wait a little longer, what's wrong with that? You just want to listen to people and then you get into a marriage or a relationship where you're being taken advantage of or harmed or mistreated. Stop being in a rush and trying to do things on your own time, because when we do that, that's when things don't work out for us. And like I said, I understand. I hear you, my loves. I hear you. I know exactly what you're feeling. I think that sometimes too, but I have to shake it off. I have to shake it off because concerned about things that I have no control over, and concerned about, me getting older and all this, and thinking my value went down is harmful to me. It's toxic to me. So with that being said, just slow down. Focus on you. Become the best version of yourself. Make sure that you're staying prayed up, protected. You're taking care of your skin. And remember, sex is not going to make somebody get with you faster. Even if they do get with you, that does not mean that the relationship's going to last, because it's just built on physicality. We don't want that. You want something real. You want something healthy. It takes time. It takes time. So stop being in a rush. Stop being willing to settle for things that you feel like, okay, I don't really feel any kind of connection with this person. I'm just going to get them just so then I don't have to be alone. There are things you're going to have to settle in. Don't get me wrong, because nobody's perfect. You're not going to find that one person who has everything perfectly the way that you have your thoughts and what you want in your mind. I get that. But just purposely being like, I really don't like this person, or, I don't like their character, but they got money and they want to get married, so I'm going to do it. It's not fair to that person. It's not fair to yourself. So let's think about that as we move forward in 2023. Let's stop running to get into these relationships. A lot of people are broken and unhealed, and you don't want to connect yourself to that. Being alone is not fun, but being in a relationship with somebody who is broken, who still has work to do, and who's dependent on you to fix them, to make them happy, is very, very stressful and will make you extremely unhappy. Let me know what your thoughts or your concerns are, and we'll keep the conversation going and talk next time. Bye.